Hello friends and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm sharing with you my new bullet journal setup. I brought this journal recently and I've fallen in love with the shape, the color, the minimalistic art, the quotes, everything about it. I truly liked it, so I had no choice but to get it. It has plain pages, so it's really great for creativity and doing whatever you would like, but the only downside about it is that the papers are so thin and they cost a lot. But that isn't an enough excuse for me to just put it on the corner again and not use it, so I decided to be more creative and find ways to use this journal even though it costs a lot. So yeah, I got a lot of papers in different shapes and sizes to use in my journal. It's a bullet journal still, but kind of a scrapbooky style bullet journal. For the first page, I stick this mini calendar that goes from April to December that I had in another diary which I don't use often, so I decided to recycle it and use it in my bullet journal for a better use. And I just wrote future log in a very simple way. I didn't really want to make things harder even more for myself, and I kept it simple for now. I used the next two pages for my goal setting spread. It's really late in the year, but I'm still like making New Year resolutions. I love setting goals and restudying the goals that I set before and finding new things to do. It just makes me excited and give me like a direction. So in the white box, I will have to write my goal, and on the pink box, I will have to write some details like why did I choose that goal, how to achieve it, what will be the reason to fail, and a habit to make it stick. In the next page, I sticked a gridded paper, and this is for my YouTube schedule. I don't really schedule my YouTube videos, it's all over the place right now. I don't have like a set plan or a system to make videos, but now I'm changing. I'm trying to do better. So in this table kind of thing, we'll have the start date on the left. In the middle, I will write the idea, and on the left, I will have my publishing date. For the next page, I will be using this project management kind of thing that I've seen one of my favorite YouTubers called Plant-Based Bride use it, and she explained really well how to use it. I don't remember what it's called. So I have 4 steps for my YouTube videos, and each time I'm on a certain step, I will stick a note about with the name of the video in that section. My next spread will be about art and learning how to draw bodies, which is one of my biggest goals this year, is to finally learn how to draw a human body. So I stick this black paper because I think black paper is so aesthetic and I love it, and this gray one right like next to it, and I really liked how this spread ended up looking, even though it's not like perfect, but at the end of the day it's just a journal, nothing serious or big. So I divided the human body into 4 sections, and each section has other parts to it, so every time I learn how to draw a small part, I will cross it or make a mark that I did it, study it. I used the white marker to make a white shadow on the black paper, and it was really hard for me to use the tip of this pen. It was my first time actually using this type of pens, but I really liked it how the page turned it up. And at the corner, I wrote art and I tried to decorate it with stars and moons and little dots. On the next page, I sticked again another black piece of paper, and this page is reserved for my inspirations and favorite artists. I used this black brush pen by Faber-Castell and I loved it so much. I think it's by far one of my favorite pens that I've ever used. So on the black square I will be writing my favorite artists' names, and on the remaining space I will be writing art ideas or things that I would like to try. On the next page, I'm making a scrap vintage book kind of page by sticking this really beautiful paper and adding to it some papers from an old book. I love how the papers of old novels turn this really white brown color. It was really lovely, and I also sticked a normal lined paper, and this page is actually reserved for my books to read or the books that I've read during the next months. I would like to have like a full journal for book reading because I finally started to enjoy reading, surprisingly. So, but for now, I will just like use this spread and grow as I read more books. On the next page, I made the exact opposite by sticking more geometrical shapes, and this spread is reserved for my workouts. So in the future, if I try a new workout that I like, I will write it down here. It's also a good way to keep track of how many workouts I've done or programs that I've accomplished sitting just at home, which is great. For my final spread, I actually left one page empty for my school schedule, so if I get any important dates in the future, I will stick them in that page. And for the next page, I sticked this envelope, and this is for my accomplishments. So, as an adult, I don't really remember getting any compliments or even from myself, so I decided to keep a place for me to praise myself or compliment myself a little bit and say that I did a good job doing something, because I forget those things even though they are important. Here is a final flip through my new bullet journal setup. If you want to keep seeing me make more things in this bullet journal, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.